welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Saturday. It's going to be a super duper Saturday for you. It is, of course, the 11th day of Craftmas as well. I'll tell you more about that in just a second. 3 action-packed shows coming up for you today here on Crafters TV. And we have got a very, very special guest. My first time working with her. Lily is back with us in the studio. How are you, Lily?
I'm really good, thank you. I'm dead excited to be here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different day today, isn't it? Because we've got a mixed media masterclass, which is exciting, then a Dreamy show as well. So some stuff that maybe we don't get to see all that often. We're going to get to have a look at.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I think it's perfect for a Saturday. We're just going to have a little bit of a play, lots of crafty fun, lots of things that are a little bit different, perhaps. So really excited for this one, and I'm so happy to have your company today.
Well, we are so pleased that you're here with us. Do you fancy whetting your crafty appetite a little bit, sharing with us a few of the bits we might be seeing throughout the day?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Let's get stuck in. We've got so much to show you today.
Absolutely. Right. Remember, 11th day of Craftmas, it means that every single person that places an order over, is it £10 or $20, Johnny, or more, will receive this. I know, we only just launched it recently, the brand new design of our Crafters Inspiration magazine. Oh my word, it is packed full of crafty goodies for you. You have got a magazine in here with 60 different crafty projects in there, loads of hints and tips for loads of different styles of crafting. Then, I'll go through it in more detail a little later, you're going to get a stencil, you're going to get stamps in here, you're going to get dies and a plethora, yes, a plethora of crafty papers as well. Yours, someone's been at mine, but yours will be a new set. But look at all of those gorgeous papers that are coming in there. All you need to do is make sure you're spending £10 or £10 or $20 after your discounts have been applied, and that will be added into your cart. How exciting, Lily! I can see Lily's got loads of fabulous samples over there she wants to show us through as well.
Oh, so excited. So one of the products that we're bringing you today is our Pigment Ink Stencil collection. Now we've actually got this on our best price yet. Super exciting, I know, but I've got to say we've not got a lot of these, so you're going to have to be quite quick. But I'd just like to start by whetting your crafty appetite a little bit by showing you a few of the different things you can actually do with these stencils. So we do call them our pigment ink stencils, but don't just think about pigment inks. You can be using your water reactives, you can be using Midas metallics, lots of different effects you can get with these. But for this first card, all that we've done is we've used some of the pigment inks, and then we've added our embossing powders over the top. So just a clear embossing powder, and can you see it gives it such a gorgeous shine?
Like
and
a
also
positive
that
and negative, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
It's really, really clever. So it's exactly the same stencil, it's just on the black and the white card. So showing the different effects you can get really, really easily onto there. How about doing again a sort of positive and negative onto the black and the white? It looks fab, doesn't it? So striking. Just onto a stepper card there, so you can be doing all your different shapes of cards as well. And then finally, I just want to show you this one because I love this. So using your stencils and actually picking out the different areas of the stencil using your different colours of inks. So using your ink daubers that we've got on the website would be absolutely perfect for this. So just a few ideas just to start off those creative juices flowing of what you can be doing with these fab stencils. They're just absolutely great.
They are amazing. And when Lily says there isn't many of them, no one's better informed on that decision than Lily, because Lily's day job is putting all the shows together and letting us know how much of everything we have. So when she says it, you need to take notice. Do you know what we should do? I think we all need to get to know Lily. I know Lily, I know she's fabulous. We should do a little section, shouldn't we? Ask Lily, what do you think? We should get the viewers to send their questions in, Lily.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Excellent.
Well, that. Sounds great.
Get those questions in over on social media. So Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're across on YouTube. And we'll ask Lily as we go through the show. Let me take you through then those pigment ink background stencils that you've got. A really nice size as well, these ones, about 7 by 7. So a slightly unusual size, but really fabulous for small elements of work if you want to do whole backgrounds with them. The elegant trellis, then you've got the love hearts, which are these ones here. They're all quite modern, which I think is quite nice. That one there is your scattered foliage. You're also going to receive the cute florals. This is your abstract swirls. You've got the rosebud floral. You'll also get in here the beautiful butterflies and the polka dots as well. $34.90 or $46.90. You've all got a really nice healthy saving there of £13 or $16, and of course you're going to be using your Club Inspired discount on top of there as well. Now, also something else I want to talk to you about is this, a beautiful collection of stamps and dies. It is your Vintage Botanicals selection with 80 different elements, which is awesome. Loving these as well. What I would say, I'm just going to turn this one around for you just to show you, they are actually slightly larger than the packaging shows you. You'll see Lily using them throughout the show, but lots of different ones in here. Great for really building up scenes. So what you've got in here is, this one here is your nature finds. You've also got your French script. This one here is the wildflowers. There are your stamps. Then we move down to this one here. This is the dates from the past. Love this. If you're into scrapbooking, you really like that sort of shabby chic vintage feel, you're going to love these. You've also got the butterfly walk in there. Lots of beautiful textural stamps in there, so you can again really build it up. And then two different dies for you in here. You've got your Shabby Basics Rustic Honeycomb. That's what people call me. I've been called that, shabby and basic. Then you've also got your tags in there as well. Lots of you tuning in there. Lots of you very, very pleased to see Lily as well, which is fantastic. Who else we got saying hi? Andrea is saying, I can't believe I actually caught her live. Whoop whoop, good afternoon everyone. Sarah Brown saying hi from Melbourne, Australia. Who else we got? The lovely Lynn says, hi Joe, Lily, the CTV team, social media superstar, and everyone, hope you're all well. Diane's in a drizzly Pennsylvania. Georgie Ann's in Florida. Barbara's in Indiana. Mariah is saying hi as well. Busy week, but so excited for all the mixed media today and the Dreamies products too. And Betty saying hi from Oklahoma. Now, not just that mixed media masterclass, remember we've also got a Dreamies Craft House coming your way a little later this evening as well. 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. West Coast. Lots of brand new MDF items in that and new papers for you as well. Let's share some of those with you. The Wishing Well, which is amazing. 24 elements in here, and it actually makes this gorgeous wishing well for you. I believe it makes 3, so they are super, super cute. That's not a wishing well, Joe. That's a basket. Hang on a second. Oh. Right, I had half a wishing well. Let me show you the wishing well now. Look at how adorable this is, and the great thing is with these, of course, you can really go to town when it comes to decorating these, which is fantastic. So everything in there that you need included. You just need to adhere these together and then choose how you are going to decorate it, which is beautiful. So that is your wishing well. We also have as well the basket, which is fantastic. Now this actually makes 3, which is awesome. Or you could fill this with like little chocolates, beautiful little smellies for the bathroom.
I'm just thinking for Easter, can you imagine filling that with little Easter eggs? How fab would that would be?
Really. Really cool, and that makes 3 as well, which I think is awesome. You've got 3 of those. Theme them up with all your different papers. You're going to really enjoy putting those together. We've got some paddle boards for you as well. You get 1 large, 1 medium, and 3 small, I believe. It's a 5-piece collection that you can see just there, $9.99 or $14.99 if you want to grab those. I'm thinking they would look great as photo frames, Lily. You know, you put a photo on there, decorate them.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous. I can imagine they'd be great up in your kitchen, maybe having a little quote, a little saying.
Maybe some little recipes on there might be
definitely. Nice. Or what about just little notes like, don't forget to go and buy the milk, or we're out of cereal. Yeah. You know those silly little notes that you put up in your kitchen?
Put the bins out for the husband.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure you do that. Bin day tomorrow. Just, rather than having a little sticky note that looks a bit scratchy up in your kitchen, have it on a lovely paddleboard, notice board like that. It's going to look so much more special.
It will. Apparently, all you need is love. That is what we're looking at next. Oh, owl. I see what we've done there, owl. I'm going to show you this because it is so gorgeous. The wise old owl. Look at this. I mean, that's how it comes to you. This is what you can then create with that. I think it is absolutely so cool. And again, Lily will be taking us through exactly how we put this together. And the prices on these, absolutely great as well. $5.99 and $8.99. What I would say is, we have hundreds, we don't have thousands of the MDF items. Lots of you have already been ordering them, and it's going very quickly. That's all I'm going to say. I want to share with you these as well. Honestly, there we are, the placemat and the coasters. 4 of the coasters, you get 4 of the placemats as well, and again you can really go to town on how you put these together. I think they are fantastic. They're really practical as well, which is fantastic. So you've got that in there, and of course you can choose to decorate them and make them more decorative, or you can make them more practical. It's completely up to you, and the price is great again, $7.99 or $11.99. That gets you everything that you've seen just there. So really, really great pricing, as well as lots of fun to be had putting these together. Something else, gosh, there's a lot going on today, isn't there? Something else I need to tell you about, the Get It, Got It Good, of course. We launch it every single Monday here. This one's is absolutely brilliant. White stamping card, matte black cardstock, craft card in there for you. There's some solar white card in there and watercolour card, along with tacky glue, your all-purpose glue, and your 3D glue gel. So what a really brilliant core collection of essentials for you as part of your Get It, Got It Good. It will only last up until the end of tomorrow. It's the penultimate day to get your hands on it, and also the only day to get your hands on it where you're going to get Crafters Inspiration #1 included in there as well. Gosh, there's a lot going on today. And then also, on top of all of that, we're going to play our crafts right as well. 5 of you lucky lot out there will be winning a £10 or dollar spend. Are you going to be Team Facebook, or are you going to be Team YouTube? Are you feeling confident today, Lily?
I'll be honest, I'm not. But I'm up for it. I'll do my very best, I promise, but I'm a little bit worried. I've not done this before.
There's more people on YouTube at the moment, so people are quietly confident in you at the moment, Lily, that you are going to nail it.
Well, somebody's got to have confidence, so thank you guys at home. I'll do my best for you, promise.
Absolutely. Any questions you've got for Lily, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. But I believe, Lily, we're going to first have a look at the stencils. Is that right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I absolutely love this set of stencils. It's brilliant. So like Joe mentioned earlier, they are 7x7 in size, which is absolutely fantastic because it gives us so many more options. I always think if you've got a small stencil, it's harder to use it on big projects, whereas if you've got a big stencil, you can use it on your big projects and your small projects. So it doesn't matter whether you are into your big 7x7 and 8x8 inch cards, or if you do like you did your little 4x6 cards, this is going to work for you every single time.
Great point.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And we're getting 8 different stencils in the collection, and we've got a range of different designs, so perfect for masculine, for feminine. There's so much you can do with stencils, and don't forget as well, you can emboss with them too, really easily through your die cutting machine. There's honestly so many options, it's brilliant. And when you're thinking about your mixed media, your stencils are a little bit of a staple, but it doesn't matter whether your style's more grungy, more clean and simple, stencils really are going to be the perfect addition to your crafty stash. Right. Let's get crafting. So I've chosen the Love Heart stencil. I absolutely love, no pun intended, this design. It's so pretty and it's really delicate. So to start with, I've taken my stencil and I'm just going to take a little bit of stick and spray, and I'm just going to spray the back of this stencil lightly, just so this is going to hold the stencil into position. You can use some low tack tape around the edges if you prefer. I just find it a little bit easier with my repositionable
Does it leave any sort of like residue on the card? That was what I was worried about with stuff like this.
As long as you don't put too much on, you should be fine. Having said that, I've probably put way too much on now and I'll probably never get it back up. But it's one of those things, once you've done it a few times, once you sort of practice with using your spray adhesives, you sort of get a little bit of a feel as to how much you need to put on. And how much is too much, because let's be honest, we've all been there. You've put your stencil down, lots and lots of adhesive just to make sure that it stays and it doesn't move halfway through, and you come to get it up at the end and it's stuck, that's it. And you end up ripping your card. But at the end of the day, it's just a piece of card, and mixed media is all about experimenting, so just don't worry about it. You can usually fix it, but if not, like I say, it's just a piece of card. So we're going to start off with some of our inks. Now, these are called our pigment ink stencils, but don't just think about your pigment inks. You can be using them, like I said earlier, with any of your inks at all. So I'm actually using my Spectrum Noir water reactive dye-based inks, and these are going to give us a slightly more subtle effect, slightly more muted than the pigment inks. Your pigment inks will give you a really strong, crisp inked image. And of course you can be using your embossing powders with your pigment inks. Because they do stay wetter for that little bit longer with your pigment inks, they're perfect for use with your embossing powders. because it gives you that longer open time, so you've got time to sprinkle perhaps some clear or even sparkly embossing powders over the top to give you that really, really interesting raised finish.
Heat embossing is one of those things that never gets old for me.
It's fantastic.
Literally is blown away every single time, as was the first time I saw it. It's like magic.
It's amazing. It literally is magic. I don't care what anyone says, magic is real, and embossing powder is definitely magic. And I think one of the best ones has got to be sparkly embossing powder, because when you melt it, it sort of twinkles at you. Oh, it's brilliant.
We have some of those mixed media ones as well, don't we? The sort of the very sort of chunky ones, which are really cool.
Well, we may very well have them on masterclass this afternoon.
Stay tuned.
Oh, they are fabulous. Anyway, so what I'm doing, I'm starting off with my Chinese red, and I'm just going in at perhaps the top third of my piece of cardstock, just inking through there. And I'm using one of my Spectrum Noir blending tools, just the round one. You can be using the square one, you can be using your finger daubers if you find those easier. I think when it comes to inking and the tools that you use, it's sort of what you're most comfortable with, whatever you're used to and find easiest. But we've got so many options for you within the Spectrum Noir range, so definitely check those out on the website and just have a little look when it comes to your blending tools. Now I'm going back in at the bottom section of the stencil with my Lemon Tonic. Yeah, Lemon Tonic.
Love that colour.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? It makes you think of summer. Not perfect for a day like today.
It makes me think of like driving a scooter along the Amalfi Coast in a pair of chinos, a check shirt, with a little jumper tied around my neck, maybe a little hat on as well.
Oh,
stopping
Joe,
for
I
a
can
lemon
see it now.
sorbet.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it takes me immediately.
It's funny you saying that because I can hear the rain outside as we're stood here.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is raining.
So, yeah.
It's proper full-on winter here in the North East at the moment.
Oh yes, it certainly is. There's no doubt about that. At least it feels Christmassy.
It does, yeah.
Definitely does. And now I'm going in with my Honey Pot, which is another gorgeous name of the colour. So I'm sort of bringing that up towards the top of the page, and notice that I'm always turning my stencil. It's so much easier to just turn the piece of paper that you're working on rather than trying to turn your body and turn your wrist and getting in a little bit of an awkward position. It's so much easier just to turn what you're working on.
That's a great tip, Lily.
So, and then we're going to go on to our orange. So I'm just changing my sponges just because I don't want to contaminate them. It's always good to have a different sponge for each of your different sort of colour groups of inks. So one for your yellows, one for your oranges and your reds and all your different colour groups. It makes it a lot easier.
Do you have to wash them or clean them, or do they just, as long as you're using them for the same colour, can you just leave them?
Well, I'll be honest, I've been using stamps and inks for years, and all the years I've been inking, I don't think I've ever washed a sponge in my life.
There you go then.
Which is why I have one for every single colour. Well, not every single colour, every single colour group. So it does just save you washing, so I would definitely recommend it. But because it doesn't get crusty like a paint product might, you don't need to worry about washing them. They will just hold the colour. But a thing to remember is when you go back to use them again, there might be some colour already left on that sponge, so just be aware of that, because you might not need to apply some ink straight away.
Fabulous.
So that is that all inked up. We're going to remove, the next part is going to be removing the stencil. Now this is where we hope that we've not stuck it down too tight, but we'll find out. And this should be the really exciting reveal bit. So just clamping down on one side of the stencil and just gently lifting that back. Oh, this is another thing that never gets old, removing a stencil.
No, that looks amazing.
Oh, can you say how easy was that? Really, really quick to build up that design. And just doing an ombre. So with our stencils, we don't just have to use one colour of ink, we can use several. And just one I had a little go at last night, completely different colours, completely different effect, but exactly the same technique, using our greens and our blues onto there.
I think the thing is with stencils, you just showed us there, just the same technique, two different colourways, completely different result. Yeah. Stencil's one of those things that are truly versatile, because then you start thinking about spritzing, pasting, glitters. I mean, you've got so many options when it comes to using it. So the amount of different looks and feels you can get out of just one stencil means the value's pretty off the chart.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And think you're getting 8. Can you imagine? I bet there's be some sort of formula or something to work it out.
Millions.
Ridiculous,
an infinite amount of crafting possibilities.
Absolutely, because like you say, you can use them with whatever you've you've got in your crafty stash. They're just fantastic. But to further enhance this design, I'm actually taking one of my Spectrum Raw art liners, and a little birdie's told me these might be on the 7 o'clock show. Ooh. So if you're wanting to get your fine liners, then they're going to be on that show. So definitely check those out.
A little birdie being you, because you put the show together.
That could be true, yeah. Yeah. So these are great for adding in any of your faux stitching. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking my black fine liner, my art liner, and I'm just going to pick out a few of these hearts. So can you see I'm always turning my piece of cardstock. I'm not trying to turn my wrist in a way that's unnatural. I'm always turning my piece of cardstock and just picking out several of these hearts and just adding that faux stitching detail onto there. Just really, really brings this design to life even more. So it's not just a background, it's going to be sort of like the main focal point of our card. And we're going to create quite a clean and simple, crisp and modern card with these. So don't always just think that stencils are all about really grungy, heavy mixed media. They can be great for your really modern and crisp cards as well. So like Joe said, they are really, truly versatile. When you start thinking about the mediums that you've already got in your crafty stash, the options really, really are endless. There's so much you could do. It's brilliant. So
nice to see a really sort of modern feel the faux stitching gives it. And also, Lee, I didn't realise that you could put the art liners over something like the water reactive ink. So it's really good to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really easy just to doodle over the top. So there's so much you can do with the art liners. It's not going to affect or move that ink underneath. Now, just to really make that pop, I've taken some black card. Of course, it's exactly the same one that you get in your Get It deal, which is fantastic. Black card I use so much, especially if I've got a really bright background, just to make it pop and tone it down ever so slightly. A little thin matte layer of black is absolutely perfect.
I'm going to have to make sure I'm on it today with the info and the details, Johnny, because Lily's here. She's gonna. I feel like Lily could fact check me at some point through the day. Lily's product knowledge is up there, if not better than mine. So I think I'll be learning something from Lily today as we go through these shows.
I'll do my best. At the end of the day, I'm a crafter through and through, and I just love using these products. So, yeah. So we're going to add that onto our card base with a little bit of foam on a roll, of course.
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey! That was a bit lacklustre. We'll work on that through the day.
We're still waking up.
We are indeed.
But,
we're on East Coast time. It's 7 a.m. there.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a bit of a naughty foam on a roll. Look at this one. The backing is stuck fast.
Wow, did you hear that from Charlotte?
Quite possibly the worst rendition
she's ever heard of foam on a roll.
That is just, I'm absolutely gutted.
Charlotte, I mean, you've obviously not been here on some of the days I have. I've heard some terrible renditions of that song. I'd say that was up there as one of the best, Lily.
I thought it was fabulous, Joe.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
All right. We're just going to put another piece of foam onto it. Let's see if we can get the backing off this piece. Sometimes when your foam on a roll gets warm, the backing sort of sticks to your tape.
I love the idea though. If it doesn't work, don't worry about it. Just put another piece next to it.
Another piece next to it. No one will know, apart from the fact that we've told you. But apart from that, no one will know. And it's still stuck down absolutely fine. Then I've just taken a sentiment. I think this is actually from my verse compendium.
Nice.
And if you didn't get your Christmas verse compendium, there might be something to look out for on Second Chance Sunday tomorrow night.
Second Chance Sunday tomorrow night.
There might be. It depends how quick you guys are going to be, because I know you absolutely loved that.
They loved it, didn't they, when it launched the other day?
Oh, it was fabulous. I mean, I love the everyday one. And it's like when you've got the everyday one, you sort of need the Christmas, because you can't have one without the other.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just being a crafter,
we call
isn't
it
it?
full set syndrome.
Oh, yes. I don't think there's any crafter who doesn't have
absolutely.
that. Let's
I think
be honest.
It's like a prerequisite, isn't it?
Absolutely. You've got to have it all. And as well, you've got to have it all lined up beautifully in your craft room. I don't know why I've used this tape again. It's terrible. I feel like I've been set up here. Somebody's given me some dodgy tape.
Is it your tape or is it our tape?
It's yours. Oh. I'm taking it off. I'm using another. Right. I think there's another down here. Ah, yes. But if you are struggling with your tape, what you can always do, if you can't get the back off, just add some wet adhesive to the actual carrier sheet. So you're actually not taking the back off. You're just going to be like adding another layer of adhesive.
I love it. All the solutions, Lily.
Well, let's be honest. The only reason I'm knowing these solutions is because I've made the mistake quite a few times myself. But I guess that's the best way to learn. I've made the mistakes for you, and then you can just get on with the easier crafting. So what I've done on the right-hand side is I've added 2 layers of foam, just because we've got 1 layer of foam there already. So we're raising this up, 1 from this area, but it's going to be two levels from that right-hand side, and we're just adding our sentiment onto there, matte and layered onto black again, just like our stenciled piece. But how easy and quick was that to create? Really fresh and modern. But how different would it look with our other colours? But of course, using a piece that's much smaller than 7x7. So if you're not into your big cards, you can still make your smaller cards very, very easily with these fabulous stencils.
Absolutely. What a beautiful, beautiful creation to start the day off. Let me run you back then through the designs that you are getting in here, which is fantastic. It's 8 different designs for you, which I think will encompass lots of different styles and sentiments. So you've got Elegant Trellis, which is this one here. The Love Hearts, which is just beautiful. It's one of my favourites, that one. Then you've got your Scattered Foliage. This one here is the Cute Florals. You'll also get the Abstract Swirls. This here is the Rosebud Floral. Then you've got the beautiful butterflies, and last but by no means least, the polka dots as well. A brilliant value when you consider you're getting 8 of them in there. You're looking at well under £5 per stencil, which is great considering all the different mediums you can use through them, and then the fact that you can emboss with them as well, which is fantastic. We've got loads of questions coming in for Lily. Before I ask her those, I just want to tell you about the metallic inks that we've got on the show as well. We've got an 8-piece selection for you, which is fantastic. And in there you'll get antique bronze, pewter, burnished copper, ancient bronze, aged copper, tarnished silver, vintage satin, and also the antique pearl. They are water-based as well, so the amount of different things that you can do with them, techniques that you can do with them, really are absolutely off the chart. We'll see those in more detail a little later. $33.52 or $47.92 if you want to get your hands on those as a platinum member. But Lily, well, I've got to do some Lily questions first. 1 second. Andrea Horobin wants to know, what's your favourite embossing powder?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard question.
Isn't it?
Oh, do you know what I'm going to have to say, because I love stamping so much, it's going to have to be an ultra fine embossing powder. And shall I be boring? Shall I say clear? Because you can use it over the top of any of your colours of pigment ink, and it makes them into like embossing powders. So it's a little bit boring, but
bit boring, but a great sort of great answer. Absolutely, the most versatile one. Does Lily have any pets, and if so, do they try to help her with her crafting? Katie Easley wants to know.
Well, I don't personally, but when I used to live with my mum, I used to have 2 tortoises that me and my sister used to share. So when I go back to visit, I get to see them. So last weekend I was actually visiting my mum and my sister, so I got to see them, and they're actually going into hibernation last weekend.
Aww.
So they're getting ready to go and hibernate for the winter. But
what are they called?
They're called Olive and Gigantes.
Ah, I always wanted a tortoise as a kid, so bad. Was never allowed one because they live so long, and my mum was like, I can't have you when you're in your mid-30s moved out and I've got to look after these tortoises, so I was never allowed one. That's so cool.
Unfortunately, they don't help with the crafting. They're a little bit slow for that.
A bit slow, yeah. Sandpaper Hex says, where are we getting Lily from? This is the second time I've seen her. I've really enjoyed it. So for anyone that doesn't know, what do you work here, don't you, behind the scenes?
Yeah, so I work at Crafters HQ. My proper title is Trading Executive, but basically all that means is I put together the show, so all the products that you're seeing on the shows, I sort of put them together in the bundles and work out what's going to feature on the Crafters TV shows. But at heart, I'm a crafter. That is my passion, so it's so exciting to be here with you guys today, showing all the products that I love so much and that I use at home in my own time, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant.
We love having you here, Lily. So, right, Lily, how competitive are you? Are you a competitive person?
I am incredibly competitive.
Are you?
Incredibly
oh, no.
so, yeah.
Oh no, right. It is time to play your crafts right.
Ooh.
I'm really nervous. So this is the way it's going to work. 2 different teams. I'm playing for Team Facebook. Lily is playing for Team YouTube. Whoever wins out of the 2 of us, we have 2 rounds of 5, I believe, Johnny? 2 rounds of 5. Whoever has the most amount of correct answers after all 10 questions, their team will win. We'll pick 5 winners at random from that team in the comments, and they will each receive a £10 or dollar spend. Today's game is Spot the Difference, and I've got to tell you, these are normally incredibly difficult, Lily.
I've been set up again, haven't I? This foam tape and now the hardest game.
Right, I feel like then we should dive on right in. Lots of people chatting away at home. Who do you think's got the edge today? Let me know in the comments, and also play along as well. I won't look at the comments whilst we're doing the Spot the Differences, but Johnny will be monitoring them and seeing if you eagle-eyed viewers are getting home. Are you ready for the first one, Lily?
Ready as I'll ever be. Come on,
Excellent.
let's do
crack
it.
On. Here's the first one. Oh, studying it.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Cool. Right, are you ready for the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just one thing we're looking for? Is it just the one thing we're looking for? Ooh. Okay.
It's terrible.
Right. Lily, do you want to go for how confident you're feeling?
Absolutely zero confidence.
Oh, see, I think I've got it. So I'll let you go first and tell us what you think.
I'm going to have to go with, the only thing I can think of was
pen missing. Right.
I don't think it's right.
I've gone with classic logo missing.
Oh.
So I don't think the pen was missing. I think just the writing from the pen was missing. Let's see what it is.
Oh.
Oh, that was eagle-eyed. I mean, I'm not normally this
that
good,
was
Lily.
really good.
How are the people doing at home, Johnny? Sarah Brown got it. I think that was about it. Oh, Bernie, our Bernie. Different Bernie. Other Bernie. Right, okay. It's all to play for. Don't worry, Lily. Still 9 questions.
It's not a good start, is
left. Right, let's have the second one. Let's dive right in.
Oh, that's a pretty card.
It's a hard one.
Oh dear.
Cool, here we go. That was 10 seconds.
Shortest 10 seconds ever, I think. Okay.
Gosh. Oh. I'm not as, I can see Lily's answers, by the way. Maybe I want to take her overhead out of preview.
I wouldn't copy him if I were you.
Yeah, so I'll go first. I'm less
then.
confident. I've put, there were 2 green plants in the second picture.
What do you mean, like in the background or on the
on the card? On the actual card itself.
Right, okay. That's kind of similar to mine. 2 green succulents on the left, and there was only 1 on the first picture, on the card, yeah.
So the same answer. Let's see what we've got.
Yay!
We both get a point.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
You get a point, you get a point, you get a point, you get a point.
Points for all.
That wasn't too bad, that one, was it?
Yeah, that was okay. I was expecting it was going to be something that was on the counter in the
background. Well,
background.
I was looking at the Christmas trees and the baubles. I thought there would be 1 bauble missing or something
That's
ridiculous.
exactly what I was thinking. Or like on the pattern paper, there was going to be 1 less leaf or something.
Yeah, I also was thinking maybe the sentiment was going to be different. That was what I was looking for, but no. This next one coming up, this looks really difficult. You ready?
Oh my goodness. Good grief.
Why have we got Debbie in the picture as well?
Oh, that's going to throw us off.
Oh gosh,
my God.
That was not 10 seconds.
Shorter.
Are you on some? Have you got a watch in there, Charlotte? I mean, she's tough, isn't she? She's a task mistress today, is what she is. I mean, I don't feel like I even got to look at the whole picture, but
I was just too busy looking at Debbie Robbins and thinking, what's she doing there?
I'm thinking she looks lovely. Right, let's have a look then.
Good grief.
Goodness gracious me. Right. I mean, I'm really reaching here with this one, Lily. So I'm going to go first. So I think you've probably got a better chance than me.
Go on.
I wanted to say that the ribbon on the present. I didn't see the ribbon on the present there before, which is just to the right of the card. But
Interesting. I've gone for Santa's in the middle on the second one. I don't know if it was to the side on the first
oh,
one.
Santa on the move.
I'm not sure though.
Let's
So I'll have to
see.
think. No.
Oh, it's the acorns. There was an
Pine
extra
cones.
acorn.
Pine cones, no?
Sorry?
Pine cones.
Oh yeah, I always get this wrong. What is the difference between an acorn and a pine cone?
Acorns like an autumn one and pine cones like a winter one.
Oh, there we go.
That's how I think of it. That's not too technical, but you know.
Acorns like the one like in the Ice Age, apparently, according to Charlotte. Thank
Okay.
you. So that's it then.
That's cleared that up then.
That's cleared that up, yeah. Yes, Lily. Lily's on fire today.
You'll never forget it now, will you, Joe? You
sorry?
know it. You'll never forget it now. You
No,
know it.
absolutely not. I'll be like, oh, there's an acorn. Look, like the one like in the Ice Age. So, still 2-1 to me. Two rounds left in this. 2 questions left in this round. Right, 2 questions left in this round. Here we go. Debbie Robinson is back.
It's gone.
He's gone. Right, I feel like we're going to do well with this one.
This one seems like it should be simple.
It does, doesn't
so
it?
it's not going to be.
Let's go then. Oh,
Debbie Robinson's still there. That's about all I can say.
this is the longest answer ever. It's like War and Peace, my answer on this one. So go on, Lily, you go
Go on,
first.
right. I've gone for different colour buttons.
Yeah, I've gone for buttons on G-Bread Man diff colour. Yay!
Woo!
Right, so
Finally.
what is that? 3-2? Right, here we go. Let's rub this one out.
One more. Ooh.
One more, last one in this round. So you could draw level. We could end it level. Charlotte is getting back at Joe for putting her on the spot by having a Facebook Live the other day. Lol. Loved that live. Go back and watch that back. It was interesting. Right, let's have this last question then.
Oh my
no.
goodness. I can tell you what craft kit is if I get bonus points.
Don't need to get any extra points for that.
I can tell you what shows it's on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good grief.
Right. Let's see. Oh, gosh. I mean, I don't even think I've got an answer.
There was something that I was looking out for that I was convinced it was going to be, but I don't think it is. Thought it was going to be something to do with the ribbon.
I have no idea what this is, so I'll go firstly. I think the coloured card in the bottom right corner changed.
Similar to me, I've gone for fewer sheets of cardstock.
Fewer sheets of cardstock. So
Sounds
we're
feasible.
going for the same thing.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no!
How
did you
obvious
not
was
see
that?
Did you show us the first pic? Did you show us the first picture twice there, Charlotte? No, she didn't.
Good
Okay.
grief.
Everyone got it on the socials. I think we were looking too forensically, weren't we?
I was convinced the colours of the ribbon were going to swap around, so I was really focused on that, and I obviously didn't look at anything else.
Just need to look at the bigger picture. Right, 3-2 then, after the first round. Very tight, still all to play for in the second round. Of course, we'll be playing another round before the end of this show. Any questions you've got, keep those questions coming in. Diane says, Joe is doing great today. I know, I'm usually awful, aren't I, at these games. Lots of you still chatting away. If you want to ask me any questions, then get them in. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion, if you are across on YouTube. Right, we are going to take a moment. We're going to have a quick break. Whilst we do that, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
We absolutely do create every single day, having a very, very busy Play Your Crafts Right show. We're next going to have a look at some of the Creative Expressions products that are coming up in our masterclass a little later today, 3 p.m. Here in the UK, 10 a.m. on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast. A really lovely collection of different stamps and dies within here for you. I absolutely love these texture stamps, really lovely big grey rubber stamps in there for you. So you get those two sets in there, so you're going to get the wildflowers and the French script. You also get these. I love the fact that these are broken down into such small stamps for you as well. So if you want to play around and really sort of build them up, it might be great for creating your own background papers with something like our pigment inks would be wonderful with those. Then we move down here. So you've got dates from the past. Again, if you really love that sort of shabby chic, you love steampunk style designs, you're going to absolutely love using those in there. The next one we've got for you here, this is that one is your butterfly at walk that you've got just there. They are your stamps, and then we move into some of the dies. Love this one here, the rustic honeycomb. Really lovely, going to be great for adding texture. And then you've also got the tattered tags in there as well. Someone was asking what the die size is on that. The largest one is, I've got it written down over here, is, who was it was asking? Mary Kay. Mary Kay, it's 8 by 15.8. I don't think it is. I don't think that's right. Oh, it's centimetres. That's why. 8 centimetres by 15.8. So it's basically 3 1/4 by 6 2/8. If you want to work in inches. I didn't work that out. Our social media superstar Rachel was on it there. So quick.
You could have fooled us, Joe.
Sorry?
You could have fooled us.
I know, I could have done. I like to have a bit of full transparency. Andrea, though, would like to know what that kit was in the last Spot the Difference that we saw.
Oh, it was our craft kit number 43.
Oh.
It is going to be on Second Chance Sunday tomorrow night at 7.
There
if
you
you've
are.
missed out on it, it launched on Tuesday. This Tuesday just gone, so it's really, really new. It's absolutely fabulous. I had a fab time playing with that one, I've got to say, but I know our Michelle's got it on Second Chance Sunday tomorrow. So if you have missed out, make sure you tune in tomorrow.
I feel like for our shows coming up, Lily, maybe I just need to have one AirPod in and you can just feed me all of this information during the shows because it's absolutely brilliant. I'd have been like, I haven't got a clue. Go and have a look on the website, see if you can find it.
I think it might be on the launch party as well on Tuesday, so got a few more opportunities to grab it if you've missed out. But
there you are.
It is a lovely one, definitely.
Lots of love coming in for you, Lily, in the show today.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Which is lovely. Let me just find a few of these comments. It's on Saturday time today, my iPad. Mary says, Mary Rhino, as we affectionately call her, says, great to see Lily back again. Who else we got here? Love that first stencil collection. Lisa's just hit platinum. I'm so pleased. Congratulations.
Yay.
Really
Happy
awesome.
days.
Karen says, hi from Florida. So glad to see Lily. She's a natural. I love her smooth and calming tone.
Oh, thank you so
How
much.
nice is
That's
that? Lily is not afraid to get messy. She is my kind of crafter, says me.
You've got to get stuck in it. Oh, I must say, you should have seen my craft room last night.
Oh, really?
It looked like a bomb had hit it. I think the floor was covered, the top of drawers were covered, the table was covered, I was covered. I was covered in green ink, blue ink, black ink. It was great fun, crafty fun, but my goodness me, I was in a right mess last night. But
I love that. Absolutely love it.
you know, you just get so many new goodies and you just want to play with absolutely everything. It's like, I don't even know where to start. I'm just going to play with it all. Just get stuck in.
Just make a mess.
What it's all
make a
about,
mess.
isn't it?
Right, talking about having played them, we're going to look now at these botanicals. These are beautiful, aren't they? I love how many elements there are in so many of these stamp sets.
Oh my gosh, this collection is absolutely stunning. When I knew that it was on this show today, I was so delighted. It's absolutely fantastic. And for me, this is almost like a staple in your crafty stash. Those tags are an absolute must-have. The stamps, you can be using them, for your cards, yes, for your scrapbooking, for your journals, for your home decor. So many different uses. That rustic honeycomb, I'm thinking, would be absolutely perfect to create your own masks, spritz through that, ink through that. Your tags you can create, of course, your actual shape tags for all your presents, whether that be your Christmas presents, birthday presents, but you can use those to create your own card shapes as well. Your background stamps are absolutely fantastic. Your script, well, you're going to be using that for absolutely everything, aren't you? Even if you're not even colouring these in, just stamping them in black and white or sepia tones, they're going to look absolutely stunning. And that's sort of what we're going to do with this little quick make. But I've got to say, I had a little play with these last night and I'm going to be playing a little bit. I've not got an exact plan of where it's going, but I feel this is a sort of collection that it lends itself to that sort of thing. Anyway, tags. What I love about these is they're not just a normal tag, they're not just a straight edge. They've got that ever so slight shabby edge to them, which works so beautifully with the rest of the collection. It's not all straight lines, it's not all perfect. It is just that little bit rustic, that little bit sort of organic, and we're just going to die cut that with some white stamping card just through our trusty Gemini, of course.
Also, I believe it was Kimberly was just asking, will I get Crafters Inspiration 1. Yes, every single order today that is over £10 or $20 will automatically get Crafters Inspiration. Issue 1 is the new magazine which we've just relaunched very recently. Issue 2, I think, came out just recently. You'll get issue 1 totally free of charge. You get 60 projects in that and a whole host of crafty goodies as well. I'll take you through that in more detail. But £10 or $20 worth of product in your cart, this will automatically appear, which is awesome. Isn't it worth £10, Johnny, as well? So you basically spend £10, we give you another £10 worth of product free of charge. Excellent.
It's crazy that, isn't it? It's
Really great
absolutely
value.
Brilliant. I must say, I've always loved the magazines that we've done. I've collected them for years and years and years. There's just so much inspiration in there. And as well, all the goodies that you're getting included in it is just brilliant. Because if you are a newbie, you've got something there and then to actually get started with. So the fact that we're giving that away to you, as long as you spend £10, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, back to our tag. So we're going to start by building up a little bit of a background. So we're going to go in with our inks. So I've got my Seal Brown, my Fryer Brown and my Sandstorm, and these are all our water reactive dye inks. Taking my blending tool, once again, I'm going to work in circular motions. So when we are using our inks, we like to blend in circular motions, and that's going to give us a really smooth lay down of ink onto our tag. Now I'm going to be keeping this project just as an actual tag, so that could be stuck onto the front of a card or perhaps placed in a journal. Maybe your sort of crafty resolution for next year is to create your own art journal. These would be absolutely perfect to go into that.
What sort of cardstock was it you were using here?
It's just some of our white stamping card.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's part of what you're getting in your Get It deal.
Right.
So if you are going for that today, you will be getting a pack of this this white stamping card, which is, to be honest, for me, it's an absolute go-to. If I'm doing my alcohol pen colouring, I'll use my Nina, of course, or if I'm using something really heavily water-based, I might use my watercolour card. But for me, it's the card I use the most, my stamping card. It's absolutely fantastic for die cutting, for card bases, for stamping, as the name sort of gives us a little idea. But yeah,
it's almost,
it's
we should
brilliant.
be calling it everything card, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just that, it's that crafty staple that you absolutely need in your stash. And I'm like, if I get down to just one pack left, I get a little bit...
Get a bit anxious.
Yeah, get a bit on edge. You need to have at least one full pack in your crafty stash. It's one of those you need. I'm a bit like that with, mind you, I'm a bit like that with just about every craft thing I own. Need tons of everything, but... yeah, definitely a staple. And it takes your ink so well, as you can see here. So from white card, we've built up a little bit of a background using our water reactive dye inks. So you might not think that that started off life as just a piece of plain white cardstock. So we've gone from that to that very easily. But let's start building it up a little bit more. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking one of our Spectrum Noir water misters. I'm making sure the lid's on because it wasn't, and that could have been quite interesting. And what I tend to do is I tend to just spritz it on the back of my hand just to get a feel of how much water is going to come out, just to get it working as well. And I'm just going to spritz onto my tag, just 3 spritzes. You can spritz more if you want more of a diluted effect, or if you want just a little bit of the diluted effect onto there, just a few spritzes. Then just take a piece of something nice and absorbent, like some kitchen towel, and just blot up that ink. And with it being water reactive, what it basically does, it's like a faux bleaching technique, so it's going to remove some of the colour that was underneath. So we're starting to build up a background really quite quickly and easily. But let's go on with the next stage. I'm actually going to bring in some of these pigment ink stencils so we can really mix and match everything that we've got on the show today, which is absolutely fantastic. So bringing in your creative expressions elements, your pigment ink stencils, everything works so well together. And I'm not going to tape this down or stick it down because I don't want a really defined effect. I want just a subtle bit of detail. I'm not wanting it to be really crisp. I'm not worrying if the stencil moves a little bit. I just want to add a little bit of interest onto the background, and it's all about layering up. That's what a lot of mixed media is about. It's just about the layers. It's about getting out all your lovely crafty stash and just having a play. I know a crafty friend of mine used to say, what mixed media is, it's just having a play with lots of different things, and that's all it is.
Yeah, I think some people think it's got to be an MDF piece, it's got to have metal on it, pebbles on it, spray paint, gesso, acrylic paint. It's got to have sequins and pearls and everything. And it doesn't have to start there, does it?
Absolutely not. I think people sort of start to think that mixed media is a style, and it's not. It's just all it means is just using different things. So it's just all about having a play. So don't feel intimidated by it. Just think, gonna get out lots of our crafty stash. We're just gonna have a play, and that's exactly what we're doing now. Right, ready for the reveal? So we're gonna take back our stencil, and can you see
awesome.
how cool does that look? So just that little bit of detail onto there. But let's go.
So look at that now, knowing that stuff, you wouldn't say it was a piece of cardstock looking at it on the overhead camera.
Yeah, definitely, because it's got so much texture. It looks almost a little bit like fabric, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
So that's where we've gone to so far. Let's take it again one step further. Let's bring in some of our stamps from this sample collection. So we've got the wildflowers, and this is a gorgeous background stamp. So of course you can be using it in its entirety to create a brilliant full all over background. And can you notice these are really, really high quality, deeply etched grey rubber stamps, and it's already got the backing onto there. So it's pre-cut and it's pre-mounted. It's just going to cling onto your acrylic block or your stamping platform. But in this instance, we're not going to even bother with any of that. So we're going to go really, really back to basics. We're going to do what I affectionately term my stamping hand technique.
Right, okay.
A little bit of the stamping hand.
We usually see a lot of grey rubber stamps. We don't seem to have that many these days.
Yeah, we tend to do a lot more clear rubber stamps. So it is nice to get your rubber stamps because you can obviously use your hot mediums, things like your...
Hot medium?
Yeah, so you can put it into, if you've got hot embossing powder, you can press it into that because it can withstand higher temperatures with it being rubber.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can get into your really sort of hardcore mixed media if you like.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, because it can withstand your higher temperatures than clear stamps can. So they are absolutely brilliant. I like to have both. You know, I'm a crafter. I've said it enough times already. I'm taking my seal brown again, and I'm going to ink up just a little bit of this stamp. So I feel like I'm sort of going against most things I usually say about crafting. I usually say get your stamping platform out, make sure you ink up really evenly. None of that in this case. Just a hand and a little bit of inking. And all we're going to do is we're just going to press down a tiny little bit, and then we're going to go back again, and that's our second generation. So that's going to give us a more muted effect, and then we're going to go again to get even more of a muted effect. And then I'm just going to ink up just another small portion of the stamp. I'm not bothering too much about how much I've inked up. I'm not worrying too much at all. I'm just adding in that little bit of texture into there. I don't want a full image. I don't want anything particularly dark or bold. I just want to, again, add extra texture onto there. And again, we've just created, that's just another layer that we're adding into our background. So really, really easy to create something like that. So that's sort of my tag for now. I'm quite happy with that. You could be adding even more on there. You can be adding maybe some of your mixed media embossing powders. You could be using some of your metallic inks onto there, anything at all. But we've started with our white tag, and we've ended up with our really quite textured, our coloured, stamped, inked, spritzed tag. But how quick was that to create? Now we're going to bring in some more of the stamps within the collection. So I've taken this lovely butterfly stamp, and I've just stamped that using some of my Finesse waterproof dye ink, just in the black. And I've ripped the edges already, and I'll show you in a minute with another piece how we can do that really, really easily, just to give us a little bit more of a sort of organic look, if you like, just so it's not all crisp, clean lines. We saw with the tag earlier that's got that sort of ruffled, crumpled sort of edge to it. So carrying on with that theme by actually ripping the edges of this piece is going to give us a really, really nice effect onto there. So inking the edges just to take the edge off of the white cardstock, so we don't want anything too crisp. And then I'm adding an extra little bit of ink in the middle just onto the butterfly, just to pick that out a little bit more, and just inking the edges. So what you can be doing, don't forget that these are water reactive dye inks. So we did spritz them with water earlier, so don't forget that they do react with water. I'm taking one of my sparkle pens, just a clear overlay, and on the butterfly I'm just going to give that a little bit of sparkle. And with these being water-based sparkle pens, that's just going to blend the colour out a little bit more.
Kind of infills it, doesn't it, which is clever.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So it moves that colour, so it just gives it more of sort of an even layer of colour onto there. So really, really quite easy and quick to do. But we do have these sparkle pens in a nice big set for you today. So if you're starting out on your sparkle pen journey, then that's definitely something to have a little look at. But I love the clear overlay because you can use it on so many different projects. You can use it with your inks like we are here. to blend the colour. You can use it with your Spectrum Noir aqua pens instead of a water brush if you want a glittery finish.
Who doesn't love a bit of sparkle in it as well?
Good grief, especially at this time of year. I absolutely love it.
Tis the season to sparkle, isn't it?
Oh yeah, if you can't have sparkle at Christmas, when can you?
Absolutely.
Now, if you've got a little bit of ink on the end of your brush, just get a bit of scrap paper and just colour until that ink colour disappears, until that runs clear, and then you know you've not contaminated your nib. You just need to get a little bit of colour out there. So really, really easy to do. So that's going to go onto there. But then we've stamped one of our sentiments from the collection. Now, I absolutely love the sentiments within
Love
this
the font
set.
on these sentiments particularly.
Oh, they really do look like they've come from a sort of journal, an old nature illustrations book. So this is like a dictionary definition of the word botanical. So it's really, really quite cool, quite funky. It's going to work with these stamps really, really well. But I'd like to show you how we can actually create that ripped edge really easily onto there. So I've stamped onto a piece larger than I need. And there's always this sort of confusion that we have. If you rip towards you, if you rip away from you, you get a different effect. What you need to remember is if you rip towards you, you'll get that fluffy edge, which is what I personally like. I think gives you more of a natural finish.
Right.
Whereas if you rip away from you, you'll get the opposite. So it's more smooth. So it's totally up to you. If you want those fibres exposed, then rip towards you. If you don't want the fibres exposed, so they'll be exposed on the underside, then rip away from you.
Okay, great tip that.
Yeah, it's just something a little bit simple, but it makes a difference because I always used to think, well, why does that look different to that side? And it's because of the way that you're ripping. So I'm ripping towards me. I'm just firmly holding the middle of the piece of cardstock to make sure that I don't rip into the actual stamped image. But if you do, don't worry whatsoever. We'll just pretend that that's the effect we were going for. We'll make more of a feature of it. So like I said earlier, this mixed media is just all about having a play. At the end of the day, it's a piece of cardstock. And don't get too precious about it. There's usually a way that we can save it, but if not, we can always just start again, which is not a problem at all. So I've got quite close to that, so I'm just going to pull away a little bit and keep ripping all the way around. So that was really easy to create, but it just gives us that slightly different point of difference onto there, so it's not all straight edges, and it gives us that really nice organic feel to our crafting, which this collection is pretty much what it's all about. It's all very rustic, feels very natural. It's absolutely stunning, but it's perfect for so many different occasions, and it's perfect for both masculine and feminine as well. So if you want to create really masculine makes in perhaps black and white or just sepia tones like we use in here, then this is going to be absolutely brilliant. And those tags,
some people say they struggle, don't they, more so with more masculine themed cards.
I have to say I do, because I love to load things with flowers and glitter and bows and ribbon and pearls. I do struggle when I have to step away from them, but it's nice sometimes just to take it back to basics, less of the embellishments, letting the products more speak for themselves, which is absolutely what we're doing here. This is a really simple, quick little make, but we're just letting the products very much speak for themselves. So that's looking nice as it is, but we want to add a little bit more detail into here. So I'm going to take another of the dies that we've got in the collection, and I have to say I am absolutely obsessed with this die. This is our rustic honeycomb, and you can see it's a really, really good size die. If we look at that against the size of my hand, and it's actually 9.7 by 14.3 centimetres.
Amazing.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And it is really, really rustic. So it's not a full design of honeycomb, it's broken in parts. And that's perfect for use with a collection like this because, again, everything's not perfect, everything's not clean, straight lines. It's all a little bit rustic, it's all a little bit, almost a little bit country kitchen, a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so, depending on how you put it together.
Yeah, it could be perfect for.
I love anything bee themed or honeycomb because I live in Manchester. Yeah. The emblem is the bee. The bees are absolutely everywhere.
Of course, yeah, that'd be perfect. You could really take this into your sort of bee theme makes if you like.
So a piece of home decor would look amazing.
Absolutely brilliant. So I'm just going to take my die brush. Now, die brush is brilliant for this die. You'll make brilliant confetti, and it'll look like my craft room did last night. My goodness me. I don't know if the lighting wasn't great last night, but when I came down this morning, I looked at the carpet and I thought, my goodness, this is going to take a bit of hoovering, but then I left and then I'll worry about it when I get back tonight.
Loads of love for this demo. Sarah Kay saying this looks gorgeous. Lily Rugg saying it looks beautiful, love the huge tags. Sarah Brown says, thanks Lily for sharing your ideas with us today. You are doing a fabulous job.
Oh, thank you.
Senpai Hug says, mesmerised by this demo. And Michelle saying, awesome, absolutely loving how this is going.
Oh, thank you so much everybody. I must say, I absolutely love this collection. This is just playing, isn't it? Mixed media is just playtime. Absolutely brilliant. Now, because this is quite an intricate die cut, just take your time with taking it out of your die. However, if you do rip it, not a problem at all. It's just going to add to the effect because I'm thinking I'm probably going to be trimming this into this anyway. So it's a nice large die, as we did say earlier, but of course don't be thinking it just needs to be used in its entirety. It looks fantastic if we snip into it, just use little bits of it poking out between, perhaps behind your flowers. Instead of using leaves, how about using little bits of this? So if I was to lay this out onto my tag, it does feel a little bit too big. So I'm just going to take a pair of scissors, and I'm not going to be too precious about where I'm actually snipping into it. I'm just going to sort of pick out a few little bits and just following it around really, really quite easily. But like I was saying earlier, how fab would this be to create your own stencils? So you could actually spritz through this, ink through it. It'd be absolutely brilliant, I think. Using it for that. So I've got one piece I think I'm going to have at that side, then I'm going to cut into it to have another piece on the bottom right. So just for that balance, we've got a bit of detail on the top left, so we're going to then bring in a little bit of detail down onto the bottom right. And of course, I know that's a tiny little scrappy bit, but of course I'll be saving that and it'll be coming in useful at some point. So that's slightly too large, so again I'm just going to go back in and I'm just going to trim it down. So again, if you are into your smaller projects, then this is going to work brilliantly for you too. It's not just about creating massive, great, big 12 by 12 inch canvases, as I think sometimes we think when we think of mixed media, we think of really, really big projects. But it doesn't have to be.
With this sort of theme that you've done here, we could do that on the paddle boards that we've got coming up on the later show. I guess it would work exactly the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking last night how fabulously these Creative Expressions products would work with the Dreamies MDF. It's like an absolute match made in heaven. I was thinking something that would be absolutely fabulous is with the coaster and placemat collection. If you were to paint those, perhaps using your gessos or some of your shimmer paints that we've got on the show, and then stamping perhaps just one of the wildflowers onto that coaster would look absolutely fabulous. So definitely mix and match. Don't just think of them as separate brands, just think of it as crafty stash that you can all mix and match and play together. But I am hearing in my ear, if you want those placemats and coasters, you're going to have to be a little bit quick.
Yeah, how we're doing on the stock there, John? A third has gone, and we haven't even looked at them really yet.
Oh
The lovely Carol will be joining us as well from Dreamies later, which will be lovely.
Oh yeah,
she's a handful.
wait.
She is, that Carol, you know.
I know. Tell me about it.
She is indeed.
Oh, good grief! I've been watching Carol on telly, Carol and Hayley, for absolutely years. So it's going to be brilliant to have her on the show as well. I'm so
I hope
so
she's got a
excited.
sellout bell ready if you're listening.
And a cap and a mug.
Yeah. She didn't have any of it last time she was here. I told her that I was not happy. I had to go and get the bell from the cafe.
Oh my! Do you know what? I was actually watching that show.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
So let's hope she's got the hat, the mug, and the bell. Maybe I'll drop her a line. On
yeah,
Facebook.
I was about to say, can we get in touch with her beforehand and say there's no show unless there's a bell? Lily's gone home. She's refusing to do the show without a bell. So we're just sticking that down, and I was using my fine tip glue applicator. Those are definitely on the website. If you've not got one of those, they're brilliant. But the glue I've popped inside it is just some of our Collal tacky glue, which is of course on our part of our Get It deal for this week. So you can be using your tacky glue straight from the bottle like that, which is brilliant. But again, you can be decanting it into your fine tip glue applicators if you've got something that's really detailed, like this gorgeous rustic honeycomb. So that's onto there now. But I'm gonna go a little bit further. You know, I love my inking. And add a little bit more inking just so that we pick up a little bit onto that honeycomb, so that the craft card is not just the one colour, so we've got a little bit more shade and texture onto there. And I'm not too concerned that it's not stuck down perfectly. I didn't put glue absolutely all over it. If you wanted to have glue all over it, you could be using a spray adhesive, so like our stick and stick and stay that we do at Crafters Companion. But I just want little bits actually sticking up, sort of flying free a little bit, if you like, if you'll pardon the pun with the butterfly. I think I'm turning into Ben. I spent too much time with Ben the other day. I'm bringing out all these terrible jokes. He'll be ever so proud.
I love that you call them terrible jokes, Lily. I must say, mine aren't any better, I'm afraid. You'll find that out as the day goes on today.
I have to say, I love a terrible joke.
Do you?
I'm all for terrible jokes,
Right,
yeah.
you're in the right place today then.
Absolutely. Right, I'm bringing back some foam in a roll, but I've got the good one. The naughty one is being shoved to the back of the cupboard, and we're not getting it out unless it's an emergency. And we're just going to start to lay this together, and I've put foam on the wrong side. Pop it onto there.
Kate Fleming's just placed their first order
Oh,
and joined the club.
Yay!
Merry Christmas to me. Welcome along.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? First
it really
order.
is. First order. Yeah, can't wait to see what you come up with. Sarah Kay says, 54 stops till my new Gemini arrives. It's like I'm tracking Santa on Christmas Eve.
How exciting. That's fabulous.
Let us know, Sarah Kay, when it arrives.
Yeah, and make sure you get it out of the box straight away.
Immediately.
Yep. No messing about. Don't even make a cup of tea. It's coming out of the box straight away.
Marty says, so nice to see you on Crafts TV again, Lily. Really enjoying your demos.
Oh, thank you so much. That is lovely. I am loving it. I have to say, I'm loving this collection. I'm just properly playing with this, which is what you guys are going to do when you get this home. So we've added a little bit of the foam in a roll to the back of that. And then we're going to do exactly the same with our sentiment. And that's just to allow it to just stand out a little bit.
I love that, Lily,
background.
you think if you say it really fast, we won't
Then
see
no
it.
one will know. Foam in a roll.
Foam in a roll.
I need to come up with like an acronym or something for it
The
that no one else will.
faster, Lily says it, the faster we should sing it. Maybe that's the way it goes.
I'm just deciding whether I want to overlap them or keep them separate. Let's go keep it separate. But then that's what it's all about. Just laying out your bits before you actually stick them down just allows you to decide that you're exactly happy with where they're positioned. And you could actually be bringing in, I'm looking at it now, thinking I could be bringing in a few more of these if I wanted to. Could add a little bit over the top. So let's snip back into this. See, I said I was playing, and you can tell absolutely I am. It's so much fun to just build up your projects. This could be an absolutely massive canvas. You could really take this a lot further. You could be creating really big pieces of home decor for your walls, or you can be just creating really small little bits like this is for your tags. So whatever your style, whatever your preference is when it comes to crafting, I really do think that these are going to be a great addition to your crafty stash. It's an absolutely fabulous collection. So once again, I'm just adding a little bit of that tacky glue, and it grabs nice and quick, that tacky glue. We do still have a little bit of wiggle room, as we like to call it, but it will grab really quite quickly, and it'll give you a really firm bond onto there. And now, because I've added that on that bottom right hand side, I feel I'm going to need a little bit onto the top left to just balance that. It's really important that you do balance elements like this in your projects, because you don't want there to be too much on one side of the design. It can be a little bit jarring when you're looking at it. So just by balancing this out on the top left, it's going to give us that really nice finishing effect, and it's just going to allow the project to flow a little bit more.
Gilmore says, watching the creation of this tag is mesmerising. I bought the dies a little while ago, now I need those stamps as well. I think it's a hard collection to split up, isn't it, this one?
Yeah, it's brilliant. The only thing I've got to mention, the only thing that we don't have in the collection that we do have on the later show just as an individual, and I'm just going to sneak this and I'm going to be a little bit naughty.
Ooh.
I'm not even going to show you the set of dies.
It's like Hessian.
We call it the cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth?
Cheesecloth. But if you cut it in brown like I have here, it does look like Hessian. So I'm just going to sneak that in there. So definitely get the bundle. But if you're wanting
add
this,
that in.
only as an individual, because we've got so few of these, we could only have it as an individual. So.
Ooh, that will definitely go then.
But yeah, definitely get that as well. Get this, get that, get the other. Typical crafter, I've got to have it all. But those tags are an absolute must-have. And how easy was that to create? But really, really easy. Inks, stamps, bit of dies, simple, easy, but so much fun.
I think we might be looking at the demo of the show right there. You know, fabulous demo.
But how different were those first two projects? We went from really clean and crisp and bright and modern to just sepia tones. So mix it up. It's what
Yeah.
mixed media is all about.
Absolutely. I mean, I love that as well. You could go really grungy with that if you wanted to. You could add more colour. That's a great thing, isn't it, about having awesome stamps and dies. You can really take them and do what you want to do with them. Right, Lily, I know you're 1 point behind after the first round.
Oh, don't remind me.
It is, of course, time to play the second round of Play Your Crafts Right. Today it's all about Spot the Difference. We have had one round of 5 questions. I'm in the lead, miraculously.
Okay, yes, thank you.
3-2 to me at the moment, so we'll see how we get on. We've got 5 more questions to come. Of course, Lily is representing Team YouTube, I'm representing Team Facebook. Whoever succeeds, whoever the victor is, their team, 5 people will be chosen at random, and they'll get a £5 or dollar spend, which is awesome.
Certainly is.
So much love coming in for that last project still as well.
Thank you, everybody.
Laura Mason says to myself, would not have use for these stamps. One demo later, they are in my basket. Send Paper Hug saying I got this whole collection when it launched, had to have it.
Yeah.
Teresa says Jan would love that project as well, right up Jan Street. That sort of
I
thing.
must say I am a big fan of everything Jan does. But yeah, I remember when she actually did the launch day for these, watching Jan's demos was brilliant. So
Yeah,
hopefully
right
I've done her
up Jan
proud.
Street indeed. Right then, Lily, are you ready for the first question? Lily
Well,
trying to tidy away.
I'm going to have to be ready, you know.
Okay,
Just trying to
here
put
it
it off.
comes then, eagle-eyed. Here's the first Spot the Difference.
Oh, Debbie's back again to flummox them.
What is it with Debbie in every single one of these pictures?
Oh dear. If it's the number of holes on that board, I'm going to be fuming.
Can you imagine?
I think it probably will happen.
Okay, I think we're going to get this one, you know. I think we're going to get it.
I don't. Go on then. Okay.
Are you feeling confident, Lily?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm feeling fairly confident as well here. Let's go, we'll turn together, ready?
Turn.
2 pens on the left on the second one.
I've gone detail on the left pen barrel.
Oh.
But I think you're right now, you've put that.
I think there was, in the first picture, I think there was 1, and then I think there was 2 crossed over in the second one. Let's see what it is.
Oh, so easy, and I'm trying to be all clever.
Right.
Oh dear.
Right, stretching the
wow.
lead here now, 4-2. Team Facebook feeling quietly confident. Should we have the next one, Lily?
Come on then.
Come on then.
Oh, Jan now.
I think I already know what this is without seeing the second picture.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have the second picture. It wasn't what I thought, but I know what it is. How are you feeling, Lily? No?
No.
I'll let you go first if
Go on
you're not
then.
feeling so
I
confident.
think there's less holly leaves.
It
on the
wasn't less holly leaves in the first one or the second one?
Second.
Okay, I thought there was more gold foliage in the second one. It wasn't what I thought it was. I actually thought there was going to be an extra bow. See, I thought it was the gold foliage, which was different. Turns out, oh, come on, what's different?
What
There's an
is the
extra tree.
Oh, good grief.
That, I
Yeah.
mean, leave it out. Come on.
Oh,
You having a laugh?
this is cruel.
I think there was what pulled us there was so much going on in the foreground.
Yeah.
Didn't even look at the background, did we?
I
That's what
know.
it was.
Basic
Joe is
error.
on point today, says Gilmore. Thank you, Gilmore.
I'm
let's have-
certainly not, I'm afraid.
Let's have the next Spot the Difference then.
Oh, Michelle's here now.
Michelle's here now. She's rocked up.
Certainly is.
I mean, that could be a million things, couldn't it?
If it's a number of stars in the shaker card, get counting.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. No idea, Charlotte. Oh, I think that was quite straightforward, don't you, Lily?
Maybe.
I think it's quite straightforward. The bauble in the foreground is missing in the second picture.
Yeah, baubles up front.
Yeah. Let's see if we're right.
Yay!
Charlotte's reaction to that was first she went, All right, 5-3. How many rounds left? How many questions left? Oh, so could still playing for a draw, Lily, at this point.
Come on, Lily.
Here we go. Right, let's have a look at the next one.
Ooh.
Debbie's back in that lovely top. Okay, I don't really see, there's not much in here, is there, that could change?
It's going to have to be very specific, I think.
It is, isn't it?
Let's have a look.
Right. Oh. I mean, there's only one thing I could think it could be. I mean, my handwriting is terrible. What are you thinking? I mean, it's really difficult. What have you gone for?
I've gone for the number of sequins that were
Yes.
on the ribbon at the front.
That's what I said. The embellishments beside the heart
Yes.
were different. What? Oh, come
Oh my goodness me.
I think we should just go on strike, Lily, after that. I think
I
we should just
know,
down
I think-
tools.
Yep, that's it.
That is very, very difficult.
I know. Crazy.
Do you know what? I think they sort of lulled us into a false sense of security, didn't he, Adam, with the
Yeah.
first few?
Yeah,
And then, honestly,
This
I'm not
is-
even sure Cara Vorderman would have got that last one.
I don't think she would have, you know.
No.
No.
She'd have
No.
been perplexed. Right, let's have the last question then.
Oh. Oh, the pigment ink stencils. Thank you. Apparently I'm getting half point.
Right.
Okay.
Oh. Right, you ready? I've decided for a new tactic, close my eyes between them so I see it still, but I don't know.
It's quite a good idea.
Oh. I immediately thought one thing. Initially, I thought the number of stars was different.
I was counting them on the first one, but then I forgot how many I counted.
Yeah. I thought it was the number of stars initially, but then I actually thought it was the bow for some reason.
I've actually gone for the colour of stars,
Colour of stars.
but I'm not convinced. Yay!
Colour of the stars. You are in fact correct, but I'm afraid it is not enough to snatch
Not
the win,
enough.
Lily. My 5-4. That was so close.
Shall we just remember the last round? Is that all right? Just take the last round?
Sorry?
Yeah, just take the last round. Forget all the ones
Just one.
before.
No, I'm afraid
Yeah?
that's not really how it works. I'm afraid.
Oh.
Facebook is.
Aw.
To be honest, I haven't won for months, so it's actually a relief to get a win. Lots of you playing along. Rachel, our social media superstar, only got 2 right in the entire game. So we did better than Rachel.
Well, it could have been worse, couldn't it?
It could have been a lot worse. I mean, we could have got
Sorry,
none.
Rachel.
That was Spot the Difference.
That was.
Oh no, I'm not doing well this round, says Mariah. Amelia said, I'm glad it's not me guessing. Of course, Team Facebook, you are the winners. Our social media superstar, Rachel, will pick 5 winners at random. You'll win a £10 or dollar gift voucher, and I'll get those names to you before the end of the show. Should we do, I mean, we don't have a huge amount of time left, Lee. Should we do the demo of the show?
Yeah, do you know what? Shall I be perfectly honest with you guys? I thought we had till 2 o'clock, and I've just
Did you?
I've just realised now. It's
No.
just clicked in my brain.
Yeah, hour and a half.
Yeah,
for
I
the
know.
first
Yeah,
show.
I knew beforehand, and you know when you just get crafty and you get into it, and I've just stopped and I've thought, oh, but yeah, it's just so much fun playing with these products. So yeah. Anyway,
Does time flies when you're having fun?
should we just stay here all day? You know, just keep going, keep crafting. Anyway, couple of demos. They're both really different, aren't they?
They are.
Both using inks, both got stencils on, but goodness me, very different. So we've got demo number 1, pigment ink stencils.
Nice.
Demo number 2, sample Vintage Botanicals. The name
Yeah.
completely escaped me for a second there.
Very different.
Card versus tag.
I think there's a clear winner, but we'll have to see.
I think I know what it's going to be.
What the people
but
say. You know, it
Yeah.
could be Boaty McBoatface all over again. Number 1 or number 2, let us know. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion, if you are across on YouTube. Got to wish back through. Got to whiz back through with the wishing well. Firstly, some of the Dreamies MDF items that we've got on the show. I am worried. We got bigger stocks this time around, didn't we, than we did for any of the others, Lily?
We absolutely did. We were quite optimistic because we were all saying, oh, we've got more stock, it's brilliant, hopefully we're going to make it to 7 o'clock. Are we even going to make it to the Tonight Show, let alone through the 2 hours?
Not sure that is going to happen.
grief.
That's right. Fifth of the stock of the wishing well has sold out and gone. Let me just share that with you. What it looks like. 'Cause I've got one here.
Can I just say as well, the actual handle actually turns.
Does it?
Yeah, you should have seen me and Debbie Robinson looking at them yesterday. We were there was a lot of oohing and ahhing, it's got to be
Really?
said. Yeah, you should have heard, oh, would you look at that? Oh, how
Make a
fab
wish.
is that?
That
So
is
you
absolutely
actually get a
awesome.
little handle that goes on either side. I don't know if it's dropped off that one, but yeah, it turns.
Need to
It's
pop that one back
absolutely
together.
fabulous.
I think I may have been a bit heavy-handed with that. I think I might need to get you to. Oh, there we go. I've pushed it back together. Just push that back down. There we go. $9.99 or $14.99 if you want to get that. Makes that one, Johnny. Does it? Indeed. Awesome. So there's that one. We've also got these. Lily was saying earlier, great point I think as well. These would make really cool Easter baskets if you wanted to. Guessing you could leave those top flaps off if you wanted to as well. You just want to have an open basket. Absolutely, that's something you could do. This actually makes 3 in here. I love the one that's been done with that luster paint on there. Fifth of the stock. A lot of you are multi-ordering on a lot of these MDF items, which is why they're going so quickly. We also have the paddle boards. Now you do get 5. I believe I've got the largest and the smallest here. So this is the large one. That you can see just here, you get one of those. This is the smallest one, you get 3 of these, and you will get one of the medium ones as well. So you get 5 in there for that price. I mean, you're looking at £2 per board, which is amazing. And again, really brilliant to build up with lots of different techniques there, as you can see. Fifth of that one has also gone. All you need is love. Is this one just here. I think this is so cool. I reckon I could see that being like a Halloween owl for some reason as well.
Absolutely, just depending on what papers you use, what paints you use, you can decorate it up for any occasion, any recipient. Just fab.
Absolutely. We'll get one of these for Debbie Fisher and she can turn it into a spowl.
Oh
I
dear,
think that's
no,
what we'll do.
not that again.
$5.99 or $8.99 if you want to get hold of that. I'm very busy on that one there as well.
I can't believe that's $5.99.
No, it's
honestly,
amazing, isn't it?
I literally cannot believe it.
The palettes, very busy as well. I've got one just down here. Let me just share this with you. Oh, here they are. In a range of shapes, as you can see. Now you get the palette, you also get the easel included in there. Some of these are portraits, some of them are a landscape. You get 8 in total. Amazing value on these MDF items from Dreamies is what I'd say. And again, just so many different options when it comes to... What I love about these, Lily, you can really go more is more, can't you?
Absolutely. I mean, I think Dreamies are quite well known for all the gorgeous papers, all the layers, the flowers. Definitely throwing all your crafty goodies onto there. Oh,
Really
absolutely stunning, isn't it?
Really
Absolutely love
awesome.
that.
And then the last one we've got is these ones just here, which is the placemats. Love these. So you're going to get 4 of the coasters within there and the little holder. These are the most popular. A third of these is gone. Don't know if these will make it actually to that latest show. And then you get your placemats as well in there, which is fantastic. I love that these can be really functional or really decorative. You've got the options, haven't you?
Yeah, they are absolutely fab, so you can decorate them however you like, using your papers. We have got new papers on the show tonight. Shh, didn't tell you that. They're on the website already.
And the pearls, which I haven't seen.
Pearls, yes. We've got so few of those, it's literally ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they'll have gone by 7 o'clock, so grab them.
Are they the ones that sold out before we even got to the show last time?
Yeah,
Right, so
they certainly were. So grab them really quick because they are fabulous.
They are,
Need
but I
'em.
do think they might go before the show, so definitely check out the latest show. I find the easiest way is to go to the homepage, click offers, and then in the drop down, just select Craft House. It'll take you straight to that latest show. Don't forget, winners for the £10 voucher: Christine Wood, Sarah Upton, Beth Ross, Lucas, Kate Fleming, and Christine Mahoney.
Congratulations.
I know,
Woo-hoo.
amazing.
Exciting.
Christine Wood, Sarah Upton, Beth Ross Lucas, Kate Fleming and Christine Mahoney, congratulations to all of you. Mary Rhino says, I should get several of the MDF kits for the man of the house for Christmas. He loves to assemble things. He can do the assembly, you can do the decorating.
Perfect. Brilliant
Absolutely
teamwork.
perfect combo,
That sounds
that.
brilliant.
Demo of the show is demo number 2.
That's the
Lily.
tag.
No surprises there, I don't think.
Yeah, I had great fun putting that together, but so easy and quick. Just
Really,
having
really
a play.
gorgeous. Absolutely
See how
beautiful.
easy mixed media can be. It's not scary, it's not daunting, just having a play with lots of different stuff. Is all it
Yeah,
is.
and really great. I think it's as well showing you that you can do it mostly in card crafting as well if you
Yeah.
want to. It's not any products that we're totally unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
And we'll explore that more, won't we, in that masterclass show later?
Absolutely, so many lovely goodies on that show. I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. Make sure you join us at 3 for that one.
Yes, 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. if you're over on the East Coast, 7 a.m. For you early risers over on the West Coast. That's happening. And then, of course, the Craft House, 7 p.m. Here in the UK, 2 p.m. East Coast, 11 a.m. West Coast. Myself and Lily and Carol from the Dreamies as well. But you really do need to shop ahead on that show if you want to make sure you're going to be able to get all of those fabulous items. Lily, it's been an absolute pleasure to spend some time in the studio with you.
Been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for everyone who's joined us at home. I hope you can stay with us for the rest of the day.
Yes, don't
Gonna
go
be a good one.
anywhere. It's cold outside. There
It's
might
wet.
be bears out there. I don't know. Stay inside. Get some crafting done. There could be bears out there. Who knows? And terrible weather and lots of very angry people in shopping centres, I'd imagine, barging each other that way. Just leave it. Stay inside, settle in, do some crafting, you know, get some cake and a cup of tea and stay with us for the rest of the day. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Big thanks to Lily, big thanks to you guys at home. We'll see you back here in 90 minutes for an incredible masterclass. Take care.